Boom! Welcome to My.Na Cars. My name is Johan Kutsia. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, another jam-packed edition, jam-packed show. Tomorrow in our printed edition, we're going to be talking about the Jolion. Now, I know we've covered this vehicle before, but we thought it was worth revisiting because it was just such a standout car. But rather than drive the top-of-the-range model that we did last time, super luxury, very nice, literally, it's in the name. We drove the Jolion 1.5 manual City. And, went in with no expectations, but was still blown away. So please read up in tomorrow's edition of My.Na Cars in NMH's daily newspapers, the Algemene Zeitung, Namibian Sun, and Republican. In this episode, we have, we're going to delve deep into one of the stories that's been causing a stir. It featured on the front page of the Namibian Sun and also in the Republican today on the Namibian Police's recent procurement of a fleet of vehicles. And there's a bit of a misunderstanding there because there was a government directive by Honorable Carla Schlettwein, I think in 2017, to all state agencies to support the Peugeot, the Group PSA plant, assembly plant in Walfish Bay by procuring vehicles. Of course, a lot of them did take up that initiative, but some people were asking, why didn't the police in this instance? So Mr. Pupkewitz will be joining us, and he will chat us through all that and give us some perspective. After which we head over to the Grove Mall of Namibia, where Pupkewitz Nissan is having a really nice exhibition. We chat to Manfred there and get to see, a bit more about some of their vehicles. They really have a nice lineup there for you. You have a small city compact, a luxury seven-seater 4x4, and then, of course, the new Navaras, but in two colors, just to give you an idea of the different fields. So please stay tuned and, continue to like, share, and subscribe. We will be back after the break. Thanks. So now we're going to check to Mr. Pupkewitz. He's a journalist with the Namibian Sun. He wrote a front page story today regarding the $11 million procurement of vehicles for the Namibian police. Mr. Pupkewitz, can you tell us, there was some issues or some concerns raised around this procurement. Can you give us some background?
Okay, so in 2018, former finance minister, or rather then finance minister, Carla Schlettwein, issued a directive that government offices, ministries and agencies procure vehicles from the Pupkewitz assembly plant that is situated in Walfish Bay. Government is a 49% shareholder in that plant, and the reason was that it would support employment at the plant. So that directive was issued, but of course the Namibian police recently received about $11 million from the Road Fund Administration, and then they proceeded to buy various vehicles, which include Toyota Bakkies, Toyota Corollas, as well as VW Polo GTIs for their traffic department.
Wow, that's a nice lineup, my man. I mean, a couple of Polo GTIs, couple of Bakkies. Yes, it sounds like fun. Tell us, why is it important to support this? Besides, there's employment and everything. We're trying to promote local manufacturing. But how has that Peugeot plant been doing so far?
Well, the Peugeot plant, is that several government offices, ministries and agencies and certain public enterprises, I think the Namibia Industrial Development Agency has been able to procure vehicles from this plant. Now, as it stands, most of the vehicles that are assembled at that plant are shipped off to South Africa because offtake agreements have already been signed with dealerships there. But it would, if government were to buy, or if government were to invest in its own product, the likelihood of production increasing is there. So instead of only 25 vehicles for the local market, now this pushes it up to say 100 vehicles that can be bought by government, or 100 vehicles that can be assembled at the plant. With that, now you see increased employment at the plant. You see increased production at the plant. This is money that is flowing back into government coffers. Government is able to pay its own employees. Government is able to employ more people. And perhaps with an increase in production, Group PSA, the French automaker, which is the 51% shareholder, may say, okay, we might give you an additional vehicle to work on. So there are spin-off benefits from government and even other Namibians like me and you supporting the plan.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. And lastly, the Lieutenant General Ndaitunga, the head of the Namibian police, he was quoted as saying that the director from Honorable Karl Schletwein wasn't top of mind at the time. What do you think of that?
My suspicion is that the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Industrialization, which is the line and the lead ministry in this regard, should perhaps do more to get the message out and to sort of, for lack of a better word, evangelize or promote the plant and try and entice and encourage local government agencies from procuring from the plant. But I think we should also be fair to say the Namibian police requires this for a specific purpose. This is for their traffic department, fit for purpose. You know, these vehicles.
Oh, the line got a bit choppy there. We're hoping we can get Mr. Klache back. Okay, now I think we're going to end the call now. Thank you, Mr. Klache. Honestly, your expertise and insight is very much appreciated. So yes, like he's saying that there are spin-off benefits. Oh, Mr. Klache, we have you back.
Yes.
Boom. Sorry, my brother. Thank you.
As I was saying, there are, but the other factor we should bear in mind is that
bietjie van 'n choppy lane daar. Okay. My producer is saying he's back on the line. Okay, sorry, Mr. Klache. Yes, please, sir.
To conclude quickly, fit for purpose, maybe for administrative purposes, the Peugeot vehicles can be used. But I think for now and at this time, would perhaps be necessary for...
Oh, my goodness. Just for the record, Mr. Klache is not driving. He's just sitting in his car so that he can control the sound a bit better. But yeah, Mr. Klache, I thank you for joining us. And yeah, apparently my man's back again. Mr. Klache, there you go. Cool, let's give this one last try.
I think it's necessary for the Namibian police to have specific vehicles to carry out their mandate. And in future, I'm sure that government agencies are going to be supportive of this. And yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to this platform.
Thank you very much, my man. And we appreciate your journalistic efforts in informing us and keeping us abreast of situations and developments in the country. Awesome. So that was Mr. Ogore Klache, journalist with Namibian Sun. And yes, he provided us some insight into today's front page story. A very, very difficult situation because, as he mentioned, police have a very certain mandate and operate in certain conditions that dictate certain vehicles, such as the 4x4s. And of course, you know, you can't argue with a Hilux here and there. Awesome. So yeah, now we're going to head over to the Grove Mall of Namibia and chat to Manfred about the Pupkewitz Nissan exhibition and the Nissan Navara. See you after the break.
Hi everybody, my name is Manfred. We are here at the Grove Mall. We're just here to come and show you a few of our newest ranches that have came. The big bets are here now, so today is the day, and we took them out to the Grove Mall to come and show as we normally do. Here it is, one of our smallest city car. It's a Magnite. It's a newest addition to the family, to the Nissan family. So it's just a 1 liter. Good, very good on fuel consumption. Doesn't use a lot of fuel. It's mostly for town. Looks like a 4x4, but it's a mini SUV, very small. Spec-wise, it has almost everything in here. You have your 360 camera on it. As you can see, you have a push to start. And you have your push to start, as you can see. As I've said, that you have your 360 view on it, on such a small thing. You have tire pressure monitor. You have ISOFIX. It's quite very big. As a big person like me, look at how I sit. I have my headroom, my leg room. You have a wireless hub here. You can put your phone down here and it will charge automatically. It comes with a wireless hub, so you don't really need any wires to charge anything. You have your USB. You have an 8-inch monitor in here that has almost everything. It has iPhone and Android. We can hook them up on here. So this is one of our smallest city car that you can find. So this is mostly for ladies, and whoever wants to go for a test drive, please, you are more than welcome at Pupkewitz Nissan at any time, any day. Thank you very much. We are going to move over again. Now we are moving over to the moving house. I call it a moving living room. This is a Nissan Patrol. It's a 5.7 liter engine. This is one of our biggest ever that you can find at Nissan. So this is mostly a family car. It's a 7-seater. It comes more in white, silver, and brown. So this one is more for a family. This is an actual family car, but it's also an all-terrain car. You can use it up in town, but if you want to take it to the farm or to a lodge, you can do it. So this one is the one that can be compared to the Lexus and the Toyota Land Cruiser, the F300 now, currently the latest one now. So the safety here, you can name it. The safety here, it's top class. So it's a little bit over 1.6 million. And this one comes with a fridge. You have your little fridge in there. It has a 360 camera as well. We call it a bird view. So you have one camera there, right there. You have another one up here. You have another one up there. You have another one here. And then you have another one up here. Like I've said, this one is a 7-seater. This is your third row. But your third row is mostly for kids. This is mostly for kids. And your second row is mostly for adults. As you can see how big it is for everyone. You have your 2 TVs behind for the kids. That doesn't disturb your normal system. So this is what we call a Nissan Patrol. Now we are going to move to the long-awaited one. We call it the Nissan Navara. This is the brand new, latest Nissan Navara. Everybody has been waiting for it. The beast has arrived. It comes in a 2.5-liter engine, 140 kilowatt, and 450 Newton meters. They have upgraded the engine from a 2.3 to a 2.5. And then we have also upgraded the coil springs. We have moved from coil springs to our normal leaf springs. So as you can see now, we're back to the leaf springs. Because the last generation of the Navara, it came with leaf springs. But now we're back to the, it came with coil springs, 5 coil springs, but now we're back to the leaf springs. So this one is the first African bakkie that is designed only for Africa. It is being assembled in South Africa, so it's locally made. Now we are back to the our normal engine that we know, the 2.5. Same torque, same Newton meters. But this one drives differently. As you can see, this is an automatic. This is the 4 Pro X, a Pro 4X. You get them in enormous ranges. As you can see that the hard body family is going away. We are moving into the Navara. So this is the top of the range Navara. You get it in 4 colors. You get it in this warrior gray, and then you get it in this beautiful black as well, and then you get it in pure red, and then you get it in pure white. Those are the 4 colors. But then you get also another one that is just below this one. We call it the LE one, the luxury model. That one you can get it in many colors as you want. So this is, as I've said, is in a very long time that Africa is getting a bakkie that is designed for Africa. This is the first one, I might say, because the previous generation was an Australian one, and the other one, the 4-liter Navara, was an American one that we call, in America they call it a Frontier. And here we call it a Nissan. But this is the first African bakkie. And it comes in all ranges. You will find it in single cab, you will find it in double cab, you will find it in 4x2, you will find it in 4x4 as well. There's an entry level also, and there's the top of the range, which is this one. But currently now here at the Grove Mall, we only brought the top of the range. So this one, the Pro 4X, comes standard rubberized. As a client, you will have to come in and tell me what you want on it. But standard, it comes rubberized already. Then you would have to tell me how we're going to build it up. The accessories are here. You can come for test drive at any time, any day at Pupkewitz Nissan in the Southern Industry. We will receive you with open arms. Thank you very much.
Yo, wasn't that a lekker 8-stop into the Grove Mall? And nice to see that Pupkewitz Nissan pulled up strong. Young, yes, see. I mean, imagine shopping and then you come across the Magnite, the new Patrol, and of course the sexy 2021 Nissan Navara. It's a Pro 4X. Two of them parked out there. Really, really nice. So make a point of going out there to the Grove and chat with the team. I mean, Manfred gave us a beautiful tour today. And yeah, we learned so much. And the interest from everybody around. I mean, there was really something to cater for everyone. So make a point of going to check them out. Boom. So now we'd like to tell you about the future of My.Na cars. So we are stepping into a new chapter. We want to bring the motoring community closer to the program and with each other, of course. So if you are in maintenance, motoring finance, insurance, accessories, or customizing, or you just have a passionate group of friends who like to, share their love for a certain type of vehicle, whether it's antique, whether it's new, whether it's import, we would like to get in touch with you. So we are going to introduce a couple of segments. The show will not be limited to those, but of course we have to have motoring news. And in our motoring news segment, we want to hear about the latest releases, what kind of legislation or policy environment we're operating in. So we'd like to hear from you. And of course, being that My.Na Cars is sponsored by Vivo Energy, the local licensee for Shell, we thought it only right to make them our sponsor for motoring news. So that's quite awesome. We're looking forward to that. Our next segment is fast finance. So whatever part of the vehicle and asset finance spectrum you find yourself, please contact us. And so we can share some awareness, some news, and let people know what to keep in mind when it comes to their mobile investment, i.e. their vehicles. Awesome. And another very important segment about vehicles is maintenance. So again, if you are in parts, if you are a maintenance service provider, please give us a shout, and yeah, we can do some tips. We can do a couple of stories about some of the interesting rebuilds or maintenance issues that you've encountered, and yeah, just share that news and your brand with the rest of the country. And of course, accessories. It's one of our little joys of motoring is personalizing your vehicle to your own tastes. So whether you're in customizations or off-road accessories, give us a shout. We'd love to hear about you, your products, your services, and your expertise. Yeah, man. Just looking forward to it. The show's growing, it's evolving. We're looking to get out there more and just bring you more enhanced content. So that has been our show for this week. We really want to thank you for tuning in. And yeah, do remember to like, subscribe, and share. I don't know if you should do that in that order, but just do all three. And yeah, once again, thank you to Vivo Energy Namibia, the local licensee for Shell, for powering My.Na Cars and giving us that magic drop that sets us ahead of the game. My name is Johan Kutsia. Thank you so much. See you again.